Hello, friends. Welcome to the Money Minutes, your favorite program. Today I'd be introducing you to Victoria Akini. She's a realtor. Everything gets done online virtually, which is very, very convenient. She is a community leader. She is a mother, and she has had buying and selling experience of 10 years in the industry before joining the Realty team. So without further ado, I'd like you to meet with Victoria Akini, and let's ask her some very important questions. Is this a good time to buy a property in GTA or anywhere in Ontario? Interest rates are low. Is this a good time for first-time home buyers to make that decision? So we will talk about all these things with Victoria Akini, and let's welcome her to our program. Tory, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Money Minutes. I am so happy to have you on the Money Minutes program. As you know, we try to always bring things for our viewers that are going to help them make right money decisions, right? And these days, everything is online. Virtual world is becoming our new normal world, right, after pandemic. So I was really interested in knowing a little bit more about your business model. I know you do things, everything is done virtually. So your clients deal with you virtually. They don't have to come and drive and see you at an office. All the listing, all the selling, all the transaction that takes place in purchasing a home, everything gets done online. Could you tell me, I'm so intrigued by that. Call me a little bit old school, but I've always done things in person, sitting down, face to face. How does it all work?
Absolutely. So, with this day and age, as technology is advancing, so is all of the industry as well. So in particularly with real estate, especially with the quarantine that we've gone through, a lot of things have gone even more virtual. So even the traditional appointments where you would meet a client in their home or at an office, it can now all be done virtually. So I recently had a client a couple weeks ago that I got signed, and we had everything done over Zoom. So there's different platforms in place to help us to be able to still continue our book of business. Even from showing homes. Normally people go in the home and you look at the home and you decide whether it fits your needs or wants. You can now do that same process online with virtual tours, 3D tours and things like that. Even down to the paperwork, everything can all be done online. So it works. It's not for everybody, but for those who have busy schedules or they're farther distances away, it's a great convenience to still be able to get everything done at the comfort of your home.
That's right. The new world, when I speak to millennials, they do things so differently. Like I can completely tell you some of the things that I was trained on by my family. Don't share your credit cards. Don't sit in strangers' cars. Don't sign anything over email. Don't give out your personal details to a stranger. And today's world, people are completely different. We trust each other so much more than ever before. And
Absolutely.
how do you make your clients feel comfortable? Let's say I'm your client and I come from old school. What can you tell me that makes me feel secure and also makes me feel like I'm going to have choices? I'm going to be able to make choices with you. How do you make me feel that comfort?
I think the biggest thing is the partners that we choose to work with. So working with partners that have that added security. So with everything being online, working with a company that can track like IP addresses, and then they go through extra security measures. So yes, a lot of information is shared online, but it's also important how it's shared online. So going through certain identification processes you can do online, or you can do through secure text messages or emails, different things like that. So recently I've even been working with a virtual real estate lawyer. So in order to have his clients get all the paperwork signed, he has a virtual meeting with them online, confirms their identity. They do background checks to make sure the people signing the documents online, that their IP address is in Canada, and just verifying their identity and a whole process in line. So
Very nice and very comforting to know that you
yeah,
have professionals involved that take those security precautions.
absolutely.
Amazing. What's the best thing buyers can do, to win in this market, Tori?
Well, in this market right now, it is pretty competitive. The spring market has kind of just been delayed due to COVID.
Hmm.
So right now, I would say it's very imperative. One of the most attractive things you can have is your financing in place. So doing the proper methods to get a pre-approval and have that secured before you start looking. So traditionally, a lot of people will start looking for a home to find the one that they like and then see if they can afford it, but you got to backtrack and do that step first. So I work with different mortgage brokers that can get people pre-approvals in 20 to 30 minutes as long as they have the information available.
Did you
So
say 20 to 30 minutes?
yes, 20 to 30 minutes. So having that before you start looking, that way if because houses are selling within days now. So when you put in an offer, you want to make your offer look as attractive to that buyer as possible. And usually having the least amount of conditions is more favorable. So if you're able to go in and you have your financing secured, that's a big bonus.
Right.
So different tidbits can really help you succeed.
So, Tori, I know interest rates are low, and I think after a pandemic, last year we were thinking the interest rates are going to go up, and they actually went up a little bit. But now interest rate are going to stay low for a little bit of time. So that means the property market is going to flourish because what's the difference in marketing with you,
Absolutely.
Tori?
So one of the
I'm more.
benefits of working with me is that I am very virtual with my marketing capabilities. So I find that with that, I still do some of the traditional door knocking, reaching out with flyers and things within that area, but a lot of my marketing is online. You know, there's research that shows that over 80% of buyers, when they're starting to look for a home, they start online. So just really narrowing down on that market. And even me myself, I've started a YouTube channel from when I went through real estate school, helping other students get through the program. So that has really helped me to grow an even larger database. And I'm connected with so many realtors within the city, within the GTA, within the province. So having that kind of audience attached to me personally will really help all of my clients in reaching different potential buyers.
Did you just say that 80% of the people actually start to market or look for houses online? 80%?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's their first go-to. So sometimes before they even get a realtor, they're going online to see what's for sale in their area and what the market is like. And then they'll narrow down on a realtor and find someone to help them buy that home.
Wow. In my time, 0% went online.
It was less. It would have been less.
Times are changing, you know?
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about a first-time home buyer? Because the most important thing, this is like the most important decision that a family makes is buying a home, right? Especially your first home, right? I know so first-time home buyer, you said first get a pre-approval. Very good advice. Okay, but what are some of the other things that they need to watch for as a first-time home buyer?
Well, I would say what's, especially as a first time home buyer, what is most paramount is find a good realtor. So find a realtor who you can trust and they will lead you in the right direction. So some of the greatest benefits is that, well, one of the good things right now is the interest rates. They are really low right now. So it's a really good time to take advantage of those interest rates, securing it for your mortgage term. And as well, there's a couple incentive programs out there from the government. First-time home buyers, they get a smaller amount to pay for the land transfer tax. There are certain programs to help them so that they don't have to pay a large down payment for their home, so they can do as little as 5%. Even virtually, there's even more programs helping people to do a rent to own method of getting their home instead of purchasing it if they are not in a good financial situation right now. There's companies out there that I work with who will help you purchase the home and make a plan for you to put that home in your name in the next 2 to 3 years while saving up for your down payment. So
Could you
there's
tell
a
me
lot
a
of
little
different.
bit more about rent to own? Is it almost like no down payment, just monthly payment? Is that what it's, to me, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so essentially, it's the company that I'm more familiar with is Jag Properties. So what they do is they make a plan with you. They work with people with bad credit, with more self-employed people who have unstable incomes, contract workers, and things like that. So they work with you to make a plan so that you pay a small amount of down payment in order to secure the home that you qualify for. And then over a 2 or 3 or sometimes longer term plan, you make those payments to them. And then at the end of it, you're able to transfer the home ownership into your name and to build up that equity and have that asset. So they have really good programs out there.
So it's like an easy way to enter into the real estate market
Yeah.
for youngsters.
Yeah, for youngsters or for anyone really. Some people have gone through certain hardships, especially during the COVID. Some people have lost jobs where they normally would have had that income, or their credit has been affected drastically by one-off scenario or things like that. So they're really good at working a customized plan for that person and their financial needs. Even if they're not able to buy right now, they will definitely help you to work towards them.
And it's probably good for people that are renting right now and they've always wanted to own a home, right?
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah.
New immigrant families. I mean, right now, I know we're not taking any immigrants into the country because of COVID, but historically, we have 150,000 families that move into Canada each year.
Exactly. And that's only going up. That number's only increasing.
That's right. That's right. So, Tory, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way? I know you're always available for me, but are you always available for your clients?
Absolutely. I treat all of my clients just like I do my family. That's one thing I really enjoy with doing my real estate business is building relationships and really helping to educate people. So I have a few different platforms you can reach me. I have my Facebook page and my Instagram page. Those are both Tory, Tory, in Realty. I have my YouTube channel, which is also Tory in Realty. My email address is toryinrealty@gmail.com. And then my phone number, I'm always available. It's 289-814-TORY. So it's 8679. So you can reach me on any one of those platforms.
Absolutely. And this was a pleasure meeting with you. Your contact information is on the screen. I want to wish you all the best for your business. And I think you're one person who's going to be not just looking out to build a business, but knowing you, you're going to be looking out to build a community, uh,
Absolutely.
which makes me feel very proud.
Mm,
And another thing I can tell you, which is a benefit to you, is you're starting out very young. You're going to have clients that are going to be helped by you, that are your age, living close to you, knowing you. You don't know how much good you're going to bring into the communities.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to do my best to live up to that.